so we're gonna get started with making a magic ring. All right, I have a video on my channel about how to make a magic ring, so definitely feel free to refer to that if you need, you know, step-by-step instructions about how I make mine. But we're going to go ahead and put 6 single crochets into our magic ring. Oh. 5 and 6. We're going to go ahead and close your magic ring. All right. We're going to grab our stitch marker. I don't have mine, so I'll be right back. I've got my stitch marker handy and ready. So, but here we go. What we're going to do is do an increase in each stitch. So an increase is just 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. So we did our first one. I'm going to go ahead and place my stitch marker there, and then we'll do another in the same stitch, and then next one we'll do 1, 2 into the same stitch, 1, 2 into the next one, and we'll do that all the way around until we get back to our stitch marker. You should have 12 at the end of the round. Okay, now that we have that done, we'll do 1 single crochet, 1 increase, and we'll do that all the way around. I'm just going around basically until I have my the surface area sort of as big as I want my chicken. If you want to make a mini chicken, you could stop here and, you know, fast forward to the video once we, you know, start to just make it taller. But basically, okay, so what we're going to do next is 1 single crochet, 1 increase. So 1 single crochet, replace our stitch marker, and then we'll do an increase in the very next stitch, 1 and 2, and then we'll do 1 single crochet, and we'll do an increase in the next stitch, 1 single crochet, and an increase. And we'll do that until we get to the end of the round, back to the stitch marker. Okay, made it to the end of the round. What we're gonna do now is do 2 single crochets followed by an increase, and we'll do that all the way around. By the way, I have a tutorial for how to crochet this cute little bumblebee. If you want to check that out, it's available on my channel as well. But for now, he's just hanging out here watching what I'm doing. So anyway, we're gonna do 1 single crochet. We'll do our first one. We'll replace our stitch marker and do another single crochet, followed by an increase. And again, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, followed by an increase. Increase being 2 single crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, and an increase. And we'll do that until we get to the end of our row, back to the stitch marker. Okay. Ta-da, we made it back to the end of the row. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna just do single crochets all the way until we get, we'll just start to make this longer. basically. So what we'll do is do single crochets all around with no increases, no decreases. Okay, so we have done our 6 rounds of single crochets, and this is what we're looking like so far. You'll see we're getting our little pudgy little chick body here, chicken body. So what we'll do now is start to close up here. If you want to, you can go ahead and start to stuff it a little bit. I'm gonna wait until we sort of taper it in a little. So the first thing we're gonna do now is we'll do 2 single crochet followed by 1 decrease. So we'll do our first single crochet. We'll replace our stitch marker, very important. And then we'll do another single crochet to make 2, and then we'll do a decrease. What I do for decrease, and this one, what I'll do is go and so you'll see your little V's here you have on the top going across there. You'll pop your crochet hook into the center, come out the front, and then pop up through the center of the very next one. Ta-da! Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and you got a decrease. Okie dokie. So what we're going to do now is 2 more single crochets followed by a decrease. Pop your hook in the center. You know what, yellow on yellow might not have been a good idea, but pop your crochet hook into the center, come on up the next side, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We'll do 2 single crochets in the next, and we'll just repeat this pattern until we get to the end of the row. Okay, so you'll see you'll start to taper in now that you've completed that round. I'm going to go ahead and start to add a little bit of my polyfill here. Again, you can use polyfill, or you can use scrap yarn, whatever you use to stuff your projects with. I'll do that. I'm not going to fill it to the top, but I'm going to go ahead and get the process started. And that's about as much as I'll fill it up with right now. I'll add a little bit more as we go. Next, you're going to do 1 single crochet followed by a decrease. So 1 single crochet, replace our stitch marker per usual. If you hear something in the background that sounds like maybe like humming or something, it's my heater. So please forgive me for that. Hopefully this is audible, intelligible, maybe one of those 2 things. Hopefully you can hear me. There we go. That's pretty much what I'm saying. All right, so again, we'll do 1 single crochet followed by a decrease, and we'll do it the same way that we've been doing before. 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, single crochet, decrease. We'll do that all the way around until we meet back at the stitch marker. Alrighty, we made it to the end of that round. Congratulations. We'll go ahead and add some more of our polyfill. And you pretty much want to get it as stuffed as you want it at this point. Okay, so we made it to the end of that round. We're going to stop right here. Like I said, we have our body filled with as much polyfill or stuffing as that we're pretty much going to do. What we're going to do now is add our safety eyes, or embroider their eyes if you'd like to. In my little chicken keychain video, I did show how to embroider their eyes, the eyes, if you so choose to do that, or you will do your safety eyes like I have here. So, you'll put them where you like them. I'll show you where I put mine. You can decide if that's something that you like. These are from Hobby Lobby. Can you see? Okay, yeah, there you go. They're from Hobby Lobby. You'll see they have little pupils and an iris. If you want to just use the solid black ones, you certainly can. These are about, these are the 12 millimeter eyes. 12. So you'll decide if you like those. Okay, so I'll decide where I want my eyes for my little chick now. And before I put the backs on, I'm gonna just play around with it and see what I like. So when I count rows, I'm counting from the bottom here. So let's just see, that's just for your information for right now. So let's try it here and here for now, see what we think. It doesn't look like much right now, but once the whole ensemble is done, it's going to be adorable. So for now, I think I like that placement. I'll play around with it a little bit more and see if I like it a little bit further apart, because that's always kind of hilarious. I think I'm gonna bring it back in where it was. I like that, so I'm gonna leave it there. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So between 7 and 8 stitches from the top, or from the bottom here. And we'll do about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches apart. That's what I'm doing for mine. Okay, between 7 and 8 stitches from the top, about 5 stitches apart. And that's how I did mine. And I'll go ahead and put my backs on and we'll continue. Okay, we will continue here, and what we'll do is decrease in each stitch going around. So what we'll do is decrease, I messed up that one. Okay, so decrease. And we'll replace our stitch marker. There you go. And in the very next stitch, decrease again. So decrease and popping up through the next. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Next one, a decrease as well. And what we'll do is do that all the way until the end of the round when we meet back at our stitch marker. Okie dokie, so we made it to the end of the round. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but stay with it and it's gonna be cute. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go ahead and cut off our yarn. We'll leave a good sized tail, nothing too long, but we'll do that. Okie dokie, what we'll do now is pull that through just like that and take our stitch marker out. We don't need it for now. And what we'll do is we're gonna go ahead and close up shop here on our little chicky chick. So what we'll do is put our yarn onto our yarn needle. Pretty easy. This is how I do mine. I always feel like I don't know if I should show it or not, but I kind of pinch it. You see how there's like a little loop there? I pinch it, hold it firm on one side, the other one I will just kind of shimmy it through there, and then I just take it and pinch that through. Hopefully that translated and you saw it. What we'll do now is take our yarn, our needle, and go through one loop here on this. So just like I showed you before, you'll go through one where there's like V's, which I showed you before, there's V's on the top. I'll go through the front V here, which is closer to you. Go through, pull my yarn through, don't pull it tight. Again, next one, I'll insert my needle into the first loop there, pull it through, not tight, through, not tight, through, not too tight, through, not too tight, and we will close it once we have each one on the hook. Okay, and so we'll go ahead and just tug on our yarn tail here and you'll see it kind of cinch close. I will make this the top of the head, and the reason why I do that is because I just don't like it. Kind of comes to a point a little bit, not too much. If you like it, that's fine. Doesn't that look kind of like a lemon right now? That could be an inspiration for next project for you. So basically what we'll do now is just hide our yarn into the body, and we'll come back to put the rest of the features on. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is make our little chickies wings. You see I made one. So basically what we're gonna do, we'll do a magic ring per usual. I really thought it was so hard to do a magic ring, and then I learned this one method, and now I don't find it to be challenging at all. It's my favorite. It really makes things so simple, so easy. Like I said, I do have a video on my channel showing how to do that, so go ahead and check that out. So I'm doing 4 single crochets into my magic ring, 2, 3, and 4. We'll close our magic ring. I always take my hook out, I grab my stitches, and I pull it closed. That's what's easiest for me. And then I'm gonna just do an increase in each stitch to have 8 at the end of the round, and that is basically going to be our wing for our little chickie. So 1, 2, insert our magic ring into our first crochet here, first stitch, 3, 4, okay, and 5, 6, 7, 8. That's that. Okay, we'll leave a good little tail on it so that we can sew it on to our chick. Cut a tail, pull it through, and we have our wings ready to go. Two wings ready to go. Okay, to make it a little bit more secure, I'll make sure I have my magic ring closed tight. Then with my other piece of yarn here, I'll just tie these two in a knot before I proceed to sew them on. Okie dokie. You're gonna hide your yarn tails into the body, but for the longest yarn tail, you'll take it, put it on your yarn needle, and you're just checking to see where you like your little little wings here on your, you'll see that it makes kind of a little bowl. There's a little hollow part right here. You'll want that to be, I want that to be the inside of my wing. If you want it to be curved down, then you can pop that through or just use the other side so that it's more facing down. I want mine out like it's facing up. That's just my preference. And I'm gonna go ahead and sew that onto the body. I'll see where I like mine. Let's see here. I like mine there. So that is row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So between 7 and 8 again, we'll go ahead and just start to sew our wing on there. What we'll do is just pass through the body, a hook on a stitch on the body, a hook on the wing, pass that through. Okay, and we've got it fastened on, and we'll just pass through until it's nice and secured. My yarn fell off, that's okay. Got it back on. And till it's nice and secure, so we'll just do that. We'll just repeat that a couple times to make sure we have our wings sewed on nice and tight, or to our liking. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and attach my other wing here. So between 7 and 8 is where basically I attached it, but you can see there. So I was just looking at it like this in its natural form, and it looks like floppy ears. That's funny. So it looks like a face with floppy ears for now, but I'm gonna change that, so keep watching. Alrighty, and we're gonna go ahead and just make our little feet, little flippers, little feet. Okay, so what we'll do is magic ring again, no surprise there, with our orange color, or whichever color you want your feet to be. And we'll do 4 single crochets into the magic ring. And that is all. We'll pull it closed, and that'll be our little flipper. So 1, 2, 3, up, and 4. Okay. Pull our loop a little bit larger. We'll hold our stitches here. We'll hold our stitches here. Pull the smaller short yarn here to close up our magic ring. I fasten off my little yarn piece here. What I'm going to do is go ahead and just tie these pieces together to make it nice and secure, and then I'm going to do that again, make it nice and secure. Okie dokie. Pull it tight, and you have your little flippers here. Set those aside, and we'll go ahead and make our beak. All right, we're gonna go ahead and sew on our beak. So we'll get maybe one row lower than the eye. So the bottom of the eye is here. I'm gonna go one row below that. If you want to make it the way that I'm making it, we'll go there to that stitch. We'll come through even on the other side, and we'll pull our yarn through. We'll pass it through again in the same spot, come out in the same spot. Pull it kind of tight there. You can pull it tight or loose depending on how much, like how big you want your beak to be. Okay. And one more pass through here for me. And that looks so adorable for me. What I'm going to do is go ahead and hide my yarn into the body, just like usual. Just take you can take a thinner crochet hook and stuff it in to hide. Stuff and just fluff it. To get it to your liking. Okay, so I think what what I did was on this for the feet, went ahead and just tied it. I don't know if I showed that before, to secure it, and you can do that a couple times, and then you can weave in your tail or just snip it off. So to put the feet on, you want to leave your long little tails here for that. Hopefully you can see that. And what you're gonna do is take your 2 feet and you'll put them down here to see kind of where you want them to land. And just size it up there until it looks nice and even to you. And what I'll do is I'll take a yarn needle and I kind of will stick it there to keep it held in place. And I'll do that. I'll do that on both sides. So then it'll relatively stay in place. And then from there, we just sew those on. Okay, so basically what you want to do to sew it on is you kind of go on the edges here, not quite on the outer edge. I like to go on the inner, like in between the loop here. And I will stick that through one of the loops on the and connect it to the body, and just bring that through, and then we'll pop back up through the body, a different loop on the body, come up through there. You can go ahead and remove your little anchor there, and basically you just do that until you feel like it's nice and secure all the way around. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start to crochet our little froggy hat. You'll need some green yarn, and I'm gonna go ahead and just start with a magic ring. Okay, and we are going to do 6 single crochets into the magic ring. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We'll go ahead and pull our magic ring closed. Okay, let's go ahead and do an increase in each stitch. So again, we'll have 12 at the end. Replace your stitch marker. One. Okay, made it to the end of that round. We're going to do 1 single crochet, 1 increase. Put our stitch marker back in. So we did 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Second stitch, we'll do 2 single crochets, followed by 1 single crochet, and then 2 into the next stitch. We'll do that all the way around to the end of the round. Okay, this is what we're looking like so far. You'll see we're starting to form our little hat for our chick here, and this is how it's gonna fit. Of course, we're gonna make it larger. So next round, we're gonna do 2 single crochets, 1 increase. So 1, and then on the third one, we're going to put 2 single crochets in the same stitch, and then 1 in the next, 1 in the next one after that, followed by 2. . Okay, and next we're going to do 3 single crochets followed by an increase. And then we're going to do an increase on the 4th stitch. 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th, 2 single crochets. We're getting close. We're going to do that all the way around. Next, we're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. Okay, next we're going to do 1 single crochet followed by a decrease. And we'll do that all the way around until the end of the row. Okay, so this is what we're looking like so far with our little chick and his hat. So what we need to do is just make our little frog eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and fasten off here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and make our ear. Our ears, what we're gonna do is make a magic ring. Basically, just put 6 single crochets. You just want to put 6 single crochets into your magic ring, and that's basically going to be our our frog eyes, not our frog ears. Magic ring. Okay, make 6 single crochets. Four, 5, 6. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just close up our magic ring. And then we'll tie these 2 tails together. Give it 2 good ties. Okay. I like to cut one off. And so you'll see I already have one on here attached. So I'm gonna go ahead and just attach my other. So it is the edge of the ear or eye here starts at about 1, 2, 3, 4. So between 4 and 5, between the 4th and 5th row here is where you want the edge of the eye to start, like that. You just make it even on the other side. And you just sew that down just like I showed you before and attach your eyes. So yeah, sew that down like you did before, like just like how you sew it down. And attach your safety eyes just like this. Attach your safety eye and we're good to go.